Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Stewart Field for today's women's soccer matchup, a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup between the visiting Aurora University Spartans and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and may be grounds for removal from Stewart Field. Fans, a reminder, permission to enter the field or the bench areas are restricted to student athletes, coaches, game officials, game day staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stewart Field. And now let's meet our starting lineups. First for the visiting Aurora University Spartans. In goal for the Spartans this evening, a junior from Navan, Ontario, number 1, Melina Kane. A first-year midfielder from Elgin, Illinois, number 14, Dahlia Perez. A first-year midfielder from Bridgerton, Missouri, number 10, Katie Like. A junior defender from Oswego, Illinois, number 11, Anna Corneliuson. Sophomore midfielder from Montgomery, Illinois, number 12, Larissa Barreto. A junior defender from Murrieta, California, number 16, Kira Carr. A first-year defender from Parker, Colorado, number 18, Sydney Wilcox. A senior forward from West Covina, California, number 19, Cassie Garcia. A first-year midfielder from Chicago, Illinois, number 21, Samantha Velasco. A senior midfielder from Waunakee, Wisconsin, number 25, Lauren Bliffernick. And a junior defender from Sandy, Utah, number 28, McKenna Kuntz. The Spartans are coached by head coach Courtney Neighbor, assistant coach Megan Newton. And now your starting lineup for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. In goal for the Hawks, a senior from Redmond, Washington, number 1, Sarah Thomas. A junior forward from Redmond, Washington, number 4, Kayla Smith. A first-year midfield forward from Tucson, Arizona, number 8, Hannah Ramos. A senior midfielder from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 11, Amelia Mosman. A first-year defender from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 13, Liliana Schuth. A first-year forward from Austin, Texas, number 15, Eva Narvarte. A junior defender from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 16, Gabriela Baltez. A graduate student forward from St. Louis, Missouri, number 21, Katie Chismarek. A senior midfielder from Henderson, Nevada, number 24, Lucy Georgian. A senior defender from St. Louis, Missouri, number 26, Jillian Oligshager. And a junior defender from Seattle, Washington, number 34, Mary Frampton. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Roshane Ellison in his 10th season, assistant coaches Alan Garcia Pena, Tom Paparunas, Cynthia Osuna, Julian Soto, and Roxanne Myers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you all please rise, remove your hats if you're wearing any, as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the broadcast for tonight's women's soccer matchup in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference as the host Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks take on the visiting Aurora University Spartans. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Glad you could join us for tonight's women's soccer matchup between the Spartans of Aurora University and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Aurora University will be in all black with white numerals. And the Scarlet Hawks will be in their home white with red numerals. Scarlet Hawks will be going left to right on your viewing screen. And Aurora would be going right to left. Be underway shortly here. Glad you could come in here to Stewart Field and catching us live on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Illinois Tech will have the ball to start. Katie Chismark puts the ball into action. And we're underway here at Stewart Field. Ball over on the far side. Eva Navarte racing along that back nine. And then she has the ball taken away momentarily. And now to Georgiorian. The Spartans coming in with a record of 2-8-3 overall. They're 1-3-3 in the conference. 3 draws in the conference. That's a lot of tie matches there. They tied a shot save. And that ball kicked over to the far side. It's going to be batted down there. Kayla Smith spinning around over on the left side of the box. Then she's going to center. That one's knocked out by the Spartans momentarily. Yeah, the 3 draws for the Spartans. They tied Marion 2-2 on Saturday, September 28th. 2-2 tie with Edgewood on October 9th. And a 0-0 tie at Lakeland on October 5th. So sprinkled in there was a win against Rockford on October 2nd. They beat the Regents 3-0. Their last match was that 2-2 tie at Edgewood last Wednesday. They did not play last Saturday. So odd quirk in the schedule there for the Spartans. Illinois Tech Soccer. Corner kick up high. Liliana Schuth will play that and put it back down low, trying to get it back over to Georgiorian, but that'll run out of bounds. Illinois Tech coming in with a record of 9-2-1 overall, 6-0-1 in conference. They are holding in first place. Their only blemish was that 1-1 draw against Concordia, Wisconsin back on October 5th. Their last match up in Lakeland, actually at home against Lakeland, was a 5-0 victory against the Muskies last Saturday the 12th. So that was the last game for the Scarlet Hawks. And you're up to date. Ball up high. Smith has the ball taken away. But the ball has been stuck here in the Aurora zone by the Scarlet Hawks offense. That what new? That's something. That's a regular occurrence with the Scarlet Hawks is ball possession. Narvarte trying to center, get it over to Chismark. Now Narvarte back up high. Hannah Ramos was there, but good defense played by Dalia Perez to interrupt Ramos from getting a hold of that ball. Now the Hawks will take it at the center circle. Baltez over on the near side finding Smith. Smith now to Katie. Katie, that one a little too strong off her foot, and the Spartans recover. Upfield go the Spartans, Samantha Velasco. She'll take it along the far sideline and push that one forward, trying to make a connection there with Larissa Barreto. Now Velasco gets it back from Barreto. They'll play a little give and go here. And then up high to Lauren Bliffernick. Bliffernick, the senior midfielder from Waunakee, Wisconsin. She's had a good career with the Spartans. Mary Frampton with the long pass, trying to get that over to Narvarte. Well, that's knocked forward by Sydney Wilcox of the Spartans. Liliana Schuth recovers. Now here's Amelia Mosman. Mosman gets that one up front to Ramos. Schuth. Schuth was trying to get that one back into Chismark, but just out of the reach of Katie. Chismark, the leading goal scorer for the Scarlet Hawks. Katie's one who will score in bunches. She may go silent on the scoring sheet, then the next thing you know, she'll bust out for a 2-goal games. That was the case this past week, as she had a brace in the Hawks match against Lakeland. Header by Olashager. Now Narvarte takes it in the middle of the field, gets it into Ramos. Ramos back to Narvarte, and then trying to feed the seam into Mosman. Mosman gets the ball back. Here's the ball, still inside Aurora's zone. Narvarte has it. Across the field trying to feed Mosman, but that pass didn't have enough on it, intercepted by the Spartans. Coming upfield now is Katie Like. Like has it along that near sideline, knocked out. That'll be a throw-in for Aurora. 38:44 to go here in the first half, a scoreless first half to this point. Not a whole lot of danger opportunities for the Hawks, just more possession than anything. Aurora have yet to generate anything offensively. Let's see if they're able to get on track here. Here's Bliffernick. Bliffernick across midfield. Makes the feed over to McKenna Coons. Now spinning that ball inside to Velasco. Back up high to Bliffernick. Bliffernick with a burst, the speed going down that sideline. Kayla Smith hanging with her there and knocks the ball away. Good job by Smith defending on Bliffernick. Here's Mary Frampton along the near side. The junior defender with the long feed. Trying to get that over to Narvarte. Made the connection. Narvarte racing for it. Oh, nice cut back to the middle. Passing it to Chizmarek. Good cover on defense by Aurora. Let's see if the Hawks can get the ball through. They cannot, as it's going to be cleared out for a Hawks throw-in along the far sideline. Olashager. Good pressure put on by the Hawks, but a good job defensively by Aurora for closing in, not allowing Chizmarek to get that ball inside the attack area, inside the goal box. Ball toward the middle of the field. Jojorian will have it in the circle. Now she's sizing up where to go next. She finds Hannah Ramos. And then back up high, they go to Mary Frampton. Frampton pausing a couple times and then getting it along that near sideline to Amelia Mosman. Mosman, good defensive play there by the Spartans. I believe that was Kira Kerr with the play to interrupt that rush by Mosman. Liliana Schuth for the Hawks. Her pass intended for Mosman was picked off, but Ramos gets it back for Illinois Tech, and they'll dump it up high to Frampton, and now Gabriella Baltas through the circle, Jillian Olashager. Olashager cuts to the inside, finds Chizmarek. Chizmarek will take it up high, leave it to Frampton. Mary Frampton. Now pass trying to get it to Mosman. Mosman, cross, trying to get it to Smith. And that was knocked out of there by Bliffernick. And now the Spartans throw it over up high along the near side. Scarlet Hawks will keep it in. 35:43 to go here in the first half, scoreless here at Stewart Field. Here's Mosman again. Mosman to Ramos, feeding it inside to Chizmarek. Katie Chizmarek. Now Narvarte with a shot. That one stopped. And a nice cover up there by Melina Kane. Kane with the save. On the shot by Narvarte, who was in tight. And Kane able to deny Narvarte on that one. But the Hawks continue to apply the pressure. Here's Kayla Smith. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Spartans. throw in for Olashager. Finds Kayla Smith. Smith back to Olashager. Now she'll move inside. Chismarek. And Lucy Georgiorian back to the circle they go with Frampton. Frampton will change sides. Find Hannah Ramos. Ramos to Mosman. Mosman now along that near sideline, cutting inside. Mosman with the cross. Picked up by Chismarek. Oh, just misses the foot of Georgiorian. Might have been an opportunity for the senior midfielder, but she was unable to corral that one. Hawks get the ball back along the far side, though, trying to feed Narvarte. Here's Eva Narvarte. Narvarte centering. Chip shot over the net by Hannah Ramos. First-year player Ramos just unable to convert there on a good feed from Eva Narvarte. And that'll be a goal kick put back in play by the Spartans. Now Bliffernick trying to find someone for the throw, and she eventually drops that one into Velasco. Samantha Velasco, and the Hawks get the ball right back. That one kicked out of bounds by Bliffernick. And Jillian Olashager with the throw. Trying to find Kayla Smith with it, but Aurora gets the ball back upfield. Velasco finding Perez. Now Velasco along the far side. Olashager steals, and Smith. Here's Gabby Baltez for the Hawks. Cross the field over to Frampton. Frampton will bring it over the midfield stripe and send it to Ramos, back to Frampton. Now over to Chismarek. Aurora gains possession. Here's Georgiorian recovering the ball near the circle. Now the Hawks' defensive tandem of Baltez and Frampton will connect here. Baltez gets it over to Smith on the near side, far side. Kayla Smith. Good late push there by Bliffernick to prevent Kayla Smith on that rush. She seemed to have a step on Bliffernick, but then from behind, Bliffernick was able to poke that ball away to interrupt that rush by the Hawks junior forward. Here's Olashager. Has some space in front of her. Trying to feed it inside. Good foot there from McKenna Coons, interrupting that pass inside the box. Now Frampton, Liliana Schuth. Hannah Ramos. Back up high to Schuth. Into the circle they go with Baltez. Baltez now to Chismarek. Chismarek with the spin, the shot, and a little too strong. As good feed inside from Baltez to get it to Katie Chismarek. Chismarek spun away from her defender, fired a right footer, but a little too strong as that sails over the crossbar. Goal kick coming for Melina Kane and the Spartans. 31 minutes remaining in the opening half. Taken away by Georgiorian. Georgiorian. And now Kayla Smith. Take it back up high and throw it to the circle for Frampton. Frampton that missed the connection there with Ramos, and that'll roll over the back line. Another goal kick coming for Aurora. Illinois Tech men's soccer in action tonight at Aurora. We'll give you an update on that as we get closer to halftime. As we're in the middle of NAC action here at Stewart Field and out in Aurora for men's soccer. Here's Velasco. Now Olashager gets it to Narvarte. Narvarte inside to Chismarek. Chismarek feeding it ahead. There's Hannah Ramos who's going to get there first. It's Melina Kane. Kane saw that one coming just a little too far out in front for Ramos, but a good idea from Chismarek to let Ramos run loose, see if she can pick up to it, but good tracking there by Melina Kane to rush out and cover up that ball before Ramos can get there. Ball inside Hawks territory. Baltez will grab it. No pressure being applied here as Spartans will just let the Hawks bring the ball in. Ball knocked out of bounds along the near side, throw in for the Hawks. Amelia Mosman ran into her own player, Ramos. Ramos looked to be a little shaken up there. She probably took the worst of that contact, so a little friendly fire between Mosman and Ramos. Throw in for the Hawks. Ball over the back line. And another goal kick for Aurora. Well, I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but summer officially ended like late September, but it really ended this week in the Chicago area. Game time temperature here around 50 and falling. Not a heavy breeze, though, at all, which is always nice when the temperature drops. It's usually very windy here at Stewart Field. As the Spartans knock that ball deep into Hawk territory. It's going to be played by Frampton. That was the first touch by Thomas. Sarah Thomas, the Hawks goalkeeper, put that ball over to Frampton, and now Oleschlager will bring it over in midfield stripe. She's going to go to her left where Kayla Smith is there, and now Eva Narvarte, and that's going to be whistled for an offsides on the Hawks. 27-27 remaining in the first half, a scoreless first half to this point here at Stewart Field. Bliffernick will knock that one up along the near sideline, taken away, however, by Oleschlager. And then Baltus to Frampton. Frampton will bring it up along the near side into the circle to Liliana Schuth. Going to get our first substitution for the game. It'll come for Aurora, and that'll be Madison Hugen coming in. Ramos with the ball for the Hawks. Up high now to Mosman. Mosman is free. Mosman dribbling the ball in, centering it, and falling on it is Melina Kane once more with Katie Chismarek in the area. Kayla Smith and Eva Narvarte also in the vicinity. That ball knocked out of bounds. Here's our first substitution, and it is Madison Hugen coming out in for Larissa Barreto. Throw in for the Spartans as we're waiting for a shoe tie for Melina Kane, getting some assistance. I believe that was McKenna Coons applying the lace tying for the goalkeeper or goalkeeper. Or maybe not. It's hard to read the front of the numbers from here. Feed inside. Ramos tries to take it out. She does. Gets it over to Schuth. Schuth will change directions, give it to Mosman along the near side. Mosman now cuts to the inside. Passes it to Georgiorian. Feed to Chismarek was knocked away. Spartans have done a good job of jumping some of those passing lanes, and then when they have gotten through, Melina Kane has had good recognition, is able to snuff out some of the attempts for the Hawks. She did make one big save on Narvarte, who was in close. the Spartans with their bend but don't break defending here. They've done a good job keeping the Hawks off the board here as we're under 25 minutes to play in the first half, 24-47. Up along that near side, Frampton to Baltez in the circle. Baltez immediately will rush it upfield. Tries to make that connection to Ramos. And then the pass back from Ramos to Mosman will go awry, out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Aurora. Here's Ramos with the takeaway to Chismarek. Tried to spin around, but knocked back out by Aurora. Throw in for the Hawks along that near side. As Schuth will feed Frampton. Here's Olashager in the circle. Her pass to Narvarte was picked off by Coons. And now Perez tries to feed that one in the middle. Taken back by the Hawks. Feed into Kayla Smith. Kayla Smith and Bliffernick battling for it. Melina Kane runs out to cover up. So that was a good battle between Smith and Bliffernick. And again, Melina Kane jumping out to cover up that ball to prevent any shot opportunity. So another good job by number 1, wearing orange tonight for the Spartans in goal, Melina Kane. Feed to the midfield stripe. That one's going to go over to Hugan. Now Sarah Thomas will field the ball for the Hawks. And it's going to be brought upfield by the Hawks. Long feed, trying to give it to Eva Narvarte. Narvarte with the chip. And Melina Kane able to roll that one in, as that was Gabby Baltez with the long pass all the way from the near side there. Now Bliffernick. Bliffernick trying to feed Velasco. Kayla Smith interrupts that one. Bliffernick will have a throw-in. Here's the throw-in from Bliffernick. She'll get the ball back, far side. Now Velasco. That one was out. That's going to be a throw-in for the Hawks. Coach Roshane Ellison, the Scarlet Hawks, exhorting his team, look, have more urgency here. He's expected one in the back of the net by now, but it's, again, Aurora's doing a good job of snuffing out some of those offensive opportunities, so he's asking his team to bear down and execute here and hopefully convert. There's Chismarek. Chismarek racing in the middle. Chismarek feeds it to Ramos. Ramos is free. No, Melina Kane again had it, but then the ball is loose and they score. I thought for a minute Kane got it, but Amelia Mosman comes in and punches it in the back of the net with Melina Kane down and out. You got an assist? No assist? To Hannah Ramos? Okay. Illinois Tech goal scored by number 11, Amelia Mosman. The assist, number 8, Hannah Ramos. So Mosman from Ramos. And the Hawks get that 1-0 lead that Coach Ellison was looking for. He wanted his team to kind of bear down and, you know, have a sense of urgency. And less than a minute after him stating that, the Hawks convert. They're up 1-0 here with just over 20 minutes remaining in the first half, 20-34. Free kick coming for Aurora. That's going to be headed down by Oleshager. And now spinning around is Dahlia Perez. Perez in the circle. She'll drop it back. Finds Anna Corneliuson. And then they'll take that one wide over to Cassie Garcia. Ball goes out. Garcia will leave it for a throw-in for the Spartans. Well, not for nothing, but broadcasting the games or anyone statting the games, we appreciate the Spartans road jerseys here. Big white numbers on the back on black jersey, easy to see. The Hawks in their home whites, easy to pick up, although obviously I've been calling the home team for a while here, so it's easy to know who's getting the ball. But hats off to Aurora's jersey selection for tonight's game. I know everyone cares about that. Here's Chismarek up high. Two defenders around her. She'll knock it up high to Georgiorian, who slides it over to Schuth. Schuth now finds Chismarek, splitting a couple defenders. Katie Chismarek, and she's knocked down. And that was a quick fall. She is in some pain over there, but now she's getting back up. Chismarek holding her hand there. Actually, no, I think her shoe came off, so her cleat came off. She got decleated over there, to use a football term, that other football. So this will result in a free kick for the Hawks. This is in a good spot, as Lucy Georgiorian will take the free kick here. 18-23 and counting on the clock. Georgiorian with the free kick up high, and the shot goes high over the crossbar there. Georgiorian looking to convert there, unable to connect that time. Georgiorian very good with the set pieces, takes a lot of the corner kicks for the Hawks, and then obviously free kick territory, she'll be involved with that as well. Ball goes out of bounds. Quick throw in by Kayla Smith, and now Chismarek. Good defensive play there by Dahlia Perez. Now Gabby Baltez will take it. Baltez to her D partner Frampton. Now Mosman to Liliana Schuth. Cutting free is Ramos. Ramos along that back line, spins, recovers, tries to chip it into the box, but it's knocked away. Georgiorian comes in to retrieve the ball back. Here's Narvarte. Narvarte to Smith. Chip shot into the box. Ramos, tap! Oh, and that one just goes wide. As Narvarte fed that one to the first-year Ramos, and that one went just wide left of goal. First-year to first-year connection there, as both Narvarte and Ramos have had very good first-year seasons so far in their Scarlet Hawks career. Here's Smith. That one trying to split it between Chismarek and Ramos. Well, it'll roll over to Melina Kane for the Spartans. We're going to get our first substitution for the Scarlet Hawks, as coming to the scores table is Caitlin Walsh. So Walsh will be checking in here shortly. Header by Oleshager. It'll bounce over to our direction along the far side. And, oh, that was a keep. No, they're going to say that one just came out. Oleshager did a good job trying to keep that one in, but that'll be a throw-in for the Spartans. And let's see. Bliffernick will take it. Bliffernick finds Velasco. Back to Bliffernick. Tap over to Sydney Wilcox. Well, Narvarte trying to get that ball away from Velasco. She does. And we got more substitutions queuing up for the Hawks. Lena Yonahara also getting ready to come in, as will Kayla Thomas. So Kayla Thomas, Lena Yonahara, and Caitlin Walsh all queued up to come in at the next opportunity for Illinois Tech, as we're down to just over 15 minutes remaining in the opening half. Here's Kayla Smith. Nice reception on that pass. And then that shot attempt was blocked by Bliffernick. Georgiorian knocks it down to Chismark. What a save by Kane. Ball is loose. Smith will knock it down. Kayla Smith. And now she'll drop it up high to Narvarte. Narvarte with the quick kick. Oh, and that's just wide of the near post, the right post of Kane. And we're going to have our substitutions now for the Scarlet Hawks. Boy, what a couple opportunities there for the Hawks, as Narvarte, Mosman, and Georgiorian will check out. And again, Caitlin Walsh, Kayla Thomas, and Lena Yonahara coming in for the Hawks with 14-17 to go. It's going to be a throw-in for Aurora along the far side. Here's Caitlin Walsh. Walsh stops, throws it through the circle, finds Frampton. Frampton with a little chip shot to Baltez, and now rolls it back over to Frampton. Frampton will bring it upfield over the midfield stripe and find Schuth. Schuth to Kayla Thomas, over to Hannah Ramos. The ball will be knocked out of bounds. And a throw in for Illinois Tech. Here's Thomas. Thomas inside, Caitlin Walsh. Oh, good job defensively by the Spartans to dispossess Walsh there. And now the Spartans will knock that ball into Hawks territory. It's going to be tracked down by Frampton into the feet of Sarah Thomas, the Hawks goalkeeper. Number 1 in yellow this evening. Olshager. Chismarek tried to feed Walsh, but it went to Bliffernick instead. And Olshager will punch it deep into Aurora territory. Pressure being applied by Chismarek. And now Olshager cutting in ahead of Velasco there. Tried to feed it into Chismarek. Chismarek throws it in the circle, but no white jerseys there. Now the Spartans will go the other way. Taken by Frampton. Frampton to Chismark, slides down, back on her feet. And crossfield pass finds Olshager. Chismark, good body position there to corral that ball. 2 defenders on her, however. And then she tried to feed that one inside, splitting between Kayla Smith and Caitlin Walsh. Now here's Ramos free. Ramos feeding it inside. Walsh up high, shot save! Chismarek with the shot, Melina Kane falling on it for the save. Well, the Hawks are applying the pressure there. They're getting their opportunities. Melina Kane, though, has played very strong in this game. When the Hawks have broke the Spartans' defense, she's been there, aside from that one tally. He's played strong in net so far for the Hawks. Couple substitutions queuing up for the Hawks as well, as Caro Beltran and Annika Torbenson are getting ready to come in for the Hawks. Here's Chismarek. Finds Ramos. Ramos trades sides with Chismarek. Now Yonahara. Here's Olshager. Olshager fires into the hands of Kane. On target, not a whole lot on it, and Kane was able to field that one and get ready to put that ball back in play for the Hawks. Substitution queuing up for Aurora. It'll be number 22, Natalie Fernandez, first-year forward out of West Chicago, will come in. As we're down to 10:45 remaining in the opening half. 1-0 Illinois Tech. Here's Kayla Smith as she was being guarded there now by McKenna Coons. Livernick has moved to the inside to cover Caitlin Walsh. And we get the whistle. That'll be a throw-in for Illinois Tech. Actually, that was a foul, so free kick coming for the Hawks. Circle, Gabriella Baltez. Baltez to Walsh. Walsh finds Schuth. Liliana Schuth. Feeding that one ahead, too strong. That'll roll over the back line and out. And substitution. Also coming in for the Hawks will be number 5, Allison Murray. So Allie Murray checking in, and Victoria Ucher, in addition to Carol Beltran and Annika Torbenson coming out, Hannah Ramos, Katie Chismarek, Liliana Schuth, and Jillian Olashager. And again, we mentioned coming in for Aurora was Natalie Fernandez. I did not catch who came out for Hernandez. Feed inside to Ucher, tapped away by the Spartans. Yonahara drops it back in the circle to Baltez. Now the Hawks. Thomas feeding it inside. Kane was able to cover up as Caitlin Walsh was in there. Just couldn't corral the ball as Kane was able to fall on that and prevent another opportunity. But again, the Hawks getting some great chances, some great looks. Kane there to seal the deal. And the kick by Kane into the circle, or towards the circle. And now Allie Murray. Kayla Thomas on that near side. Thomas battling along that near sideline. She breaks free. Here's Thomas. That rolls just a little too far. And now the Spartans will take it up along that near sideline. Thrown back into the fray there as Murray's battling for possession. And it's like we get a foul on the Hawks. Pressure being applied by Madison Hugan. Now Thomas will change possessions, get it over to Baltez. Baltez upfield finds Torbenson. Annika Torbenson, that rolls just out of bounds, and she was not able to keep that one in bounds. Throw in for Coons. Torbenson will head it out. Another throw in for Coons and the Spartans. Coons looking for a ball. There's the throw that went to Yonahara, who heads it out. And Coons will do it again. Third time's the charm. That one heads over to Torbenson. Annika Torbenson upfield trying to find Victoria Ucher. That's headed down by Caitlin Walsh. Here's Ucher. Ucher along the far sideline. Trying to feed that one into Walsh. Goes to Yonahara inside Spartans territory. He'll drop it back to Baltez. Baltez to Torbenson. Through the circle, edge of the circle to Frampton. Now Baltez with the rush upfield. Baltez with some space. Baltez cuts to the inside. Knocked away by Dahlia Perez. Good job defensively by Perez to keep Baltez off the attack. Kayla Thomas, however, gets it inside to Ucher, who sidesteps a defender. Fires! Oh, and that one goes just wide. What a feed inside to Ucher, and then Ucher with some nifty work, sidestepping a defender, and then a sidewinder that goes wide. Deflected. This will result in the Hawks' corner kick. So the Hawks will have a corner kick with 5:32 remaining. Now Torbenson coming upfield. Kayla Smith with the corner. Header into the hands of Melina Kane off the header by Gabby Baltez. So the Hawks got one on frame, but easily into the hands of Kane for the cover-up. Kenzie DeCucci waiting to come in next opportunity for the Scarlet Hawks. A throw in here for McKenna Coons. Coons finds Natalie Fernandez. Looks like Fernandez came in for Bliffernick, I believe. I don't see 25 out there, so nope, check that back. 25's out here, so I retract that statement. Upfield, Carol Beltran will drop it to Frampton. Frampton finds Allie Murray. Now Beltran. Beltran along that near sideline, pushing it upfield, and just a little too far. Victoria Ucher in the vicinity, but unable to corral that one as that's too far out in front. Substitution for the Hawks. Kenzie DeCucci will come in for Kayla Smith as we're under 5 minutes remaining here. We're actually down to 3:48 to go in the first half. A low-scoring first half. 1-0 is the score. It's probably exactly where Aurora would want that to be, is a low-scoring affair. You don't want to be chasing the Hawks, as they're going to have a lot of zone time anyways. But a 1-0 lead. For the Hawks. Here's Murray. Murray around a defender, feeding it inside to Ucher. Ucher wards off a defender and drops it to Kayla Thomas. Thomas tries to get it inside. Inside intended for Caitlin Walsh, but then it's ejected up to the circle. Frampton will retrieve for Illinois Tech. Lena Yonahara too far out front of herself, but the Hawks get it back. Torbenson. Now Kenzie DeCucci. DeCucci finds Murray. Murray. Back to Murray from Walsh. Murray, oh, nice footwork there. And then finds DeCucci. DeCucci cuts to the inside. Shot blocked. Then knocked back upfield by Aurora. Good ball handling by the Hawks, but weren't able to get a shot off. As Spartans were able to get a block. Here's Caitlin Walsh. That one's knocked upfield by the Spartans, Sydney Wilcox. That'll roll out of bounds for a throw-in along the near side as we get down to 2:15 remaining in the opening half. 1-0 Illinois Tech. It'll be Carol Beltran for the throw. Now Frampton along the near sideline over midfield. Finds Caitlin Walsh. Caitlin Walsh has Thomas ahead. Here's Thomas. And offsides is the call. Caitlin Thomas broke free, but offside whistled against Illinois Tech. They're getting near that 1 minute mark. On a cool evening here. Probably say cold. I guess cool would probably be 60. You get down to 50 and lower. It's cold. Here's the Spartans. Bliffernick across midfield. Spartans trying to make a late rush here. Bliffernick kind of slow-played it, but then it rolled out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Torbenson and the Hawks. Inside the Hawks zone, Baltez. Up high to Yonahara. 1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute. Here comes Beltran over midfield. Beltran stops. Chips it ahead. There's Walsh, but Melina Kane again on the spot and covers up for Aurora. Quick throw upfield to Dalia Perez. Perez will look to take it through the circle, and then spinning off and eluding a defender there is Cassie Garcia. Garcia along that near sideline. Beltran on defense. And that one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be an Illinois Tech throw-in. 20 seconds remaining. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halftime score here at Stewart Field, Illinois Tech 1 and Aurora nothing. First half score at Aurora, Illinois Tech men's soccer against the Spartans. They're all square at 2 apiece with 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 2-2, Illinois Tech men's soccer at Aurora. Scarlet Hawk fans, another full week of Illinois Tech athletics. In addition to the 2 matches today for men's and women's soccer, Illinois Tech women's volleyball will be up in Milwaukee tomorrow to take on Alverno College. 7 p.m. match for the Scarlet Hawks. On Friday, men's swimming and diving will hit the road. They'll go to Valparaiso University for a double duel meet against Valparaiso and Quincy University. 5 p.m. meet time for the Scarlet Hawks in Valparaiso. And then a busy Saturday in Illinois Tech athletics. Women's volleyball will be back at Keating Center as they'll be hosting a tri-match, a conference match against St. Norbert College to start things off at 12 p.m. The middle match will feature St. Norbert taking on the University of Chicago at 2:30. Then the nightcap, 5 o'clock time. University of Chicago will take on the Scarlet Hawks in the women's volleyball tri-match to conclude that tri-match. Cross country will be at the Augustana Interregional Invitational in Rock Island, Illinois this weekend. 12:30 start for the women's team and a 1:15 start for the men's team for Illinois Tech cross country. And finally, men's and women's soccer will be on the road up at De Pere, Wisconsin this weekend. Men's team will kick off at 4:30 against the Green Knights, and a 7 o'clock match for women's soccer at St. Norbert this Saturday night. That is your week ahead in Illinois Tech athletics. Well, we'll take a break here at the broadcast booth. Again, the halftime score, Illinois Tech 1 and Aurora nothing here at Stewart Field. Women's soccer, a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup. We'll take an audio break, and we'll be back with halftime stats in a little bit. back at Stewart Field. Halftime score, Illinois Tech 1 and Aurora nothing here in the women's soccer. NAC action on a Wednesday night. Let's go through the stats for the first half. Obviously, the 1-0 lead for Illinois Tech. Shots 16-0 in favor of Illinois Tech, so the Spartans unable to get a shot off. Illinois Tech with 16. 10 shots on goal. 2 corners for Illinois Tech. 3 fouls for Illinois Tech, 2 for the Spartans. The Hawks were whistled for 3 offsides. 1 goal allowed. 9 saves for Melina Kane. Again, she's had a great day in net, has Kane of the Spartans with 9 saves on that 10 shots on goal by the Hawks. And again, 16 shots for Illinois Tech. There were no cards issued in that opening half. Getting ready for second half action here shortly. Illinois Tech will be going right to left on your viewing screen, and the Spartans left to right. As we get ready for second half action. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, whether you're a Scarlet Hawk fan or a Spartans fan. We appreciate you tuning in and watching and supporting women's soccer in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. For the Spartans, as they huddle up, again, Melina Kane will remain in net. I see McKenna Coons, Bliffernick out there, Lauren Bliffernick. Sydney Wilcox, number 18. Katie Like is still out there as well. Kira Carr. Dahlia Perez. Anna Corneliuson. Also, Velasco, Samantha Velasco out there as well. So pretty much the same starters that the Spartans had in the opening half for the Scarlet Hawks. It appears they had the same starters for the Hawks here in the opening half as well for the second half. Here's Bliffernick. Bliffernick, pass inside, taken away, and that's going to roll over to Sarah Thomas. Thomas will play that one. Well, Bliffernick now playing up high. She's kind of shadowing Kayla Smith. Last time in the first half. As Narvarte will knock that ball out of bounds along the near side. Actually, no, Aurora did, so that'll be a corner kick for the Hawks. And it looks like it'll be Georgiorian to take the corner in the near corner. Smith will move towards the box. And the kick on the way from 24 in white. Looping towards the box. Punched out of there by Kane. Ball knocked down. Shot blocked. And they're going to say it's Illinois Tech corner again. Not sure if that was Smith or Narvarte with the shot, but the second shot, but that was blocked. The first shot, actually, on the corner, Kane punched it out. The Hawks got the shot, but it was blocked. Georgiorian will cue it up again. That one low. Header by Smith. Never got through. Now the Hawks will regroup. Here's Frampton. Liliana Schuth. Back to Frampton. Frampton chipping towards the box. That sails over the head of Narvarte and headed forward by Velasco. Here's Kayla Smith. Smith chipping it in. Kane there to recover. Hawks had the Spartans had two defenders around each post with Kane in the middle, so they had most of the net covered there on that attempt by the Hawks. Headed forward by Schuth. Then she heads it to Mosman. Nice job there by Schuth just to fight it off and feed it into a tight space to Mosman. The Hawks will get the ball here. Actually, no, it'll be a throw-in for the Spartans on the far side. Actually, not all the starters in for Aurora, as Madison Hogan remains in the game. She was the first substitution for Coach Neighbor and the Spartans in that first half, and she remains in there in the second half. Oleschlager to Narvarte. Attempt to Smith was interrupted by Velasco and punched upfield by Aurora. Now here's Baltez. Schuth into the circle. Georgiorian back to Schuth. Change directions back to Baltez. Bottom of the circle. Now Oleschlager. Here's Narvarte. Nice chip ahead. Finds Smith. Smith trying to feed it into Ramos, but that's cleared out of there by the Spartans. Headed back down by Oleschlager. Kayla Smith. Now Chismarek. Crossfield to Mosman. Mosman tries to take it outside. Good defensive play by Aurora to interrupt the rush by Amelia Mosman. That was Katie Like breaking up Mosman's rush there. Now Baltez. Baltez to Chismarek. And that's taken away by the Spartans as well. Number 18, Sydney Wilcox. Wilcox goes down, slams her hand into the turf as Chismarek races upfield, finds Kayla Smith. Back to Chismarek. Chismarek tried to feed it back. Aurora knocks it loose. There's Hugan. Nice defensive play taken away by Baltez. Now Baltez will drop it back to Frampton in the circle, and they'll get it back to Jillian Oleschlager. Kayla Smith on that near sideline. Tried to split a couple defenders and gets it to Chismarek. Chismarek unable to hang on, and the Spartans will regain possession. Velasco eludes a defender and takes it upfield. Has Hogan, Madison Hogan, but that ball will be sent over to Sarah Thomas. Scarlet Hawks goalkeeper. Not a whole lot of action in that first half. No shots faced. Couple touches. That's about it. Spartans upfield headed down by Oleschlager. And now Gabby Baltez finds Frampton. Liliana Schuth. Back to Mosman. Back to Frampton. Frampton to Chismarek. Chismarek leaves it for Schuth. That pass to Georgiorian went awry, and now the Spartans recover. Bliffernick in the area along with Hogan. Now Frampton will kick it over to Thomas. Thomas wasn't able to square that one up. It kind of looped up in the air like a pop-up. But Frampton dribbling, and now Hogan. Hogan centering. And interrupting the play there was Lucy Georgiorian. So Georgiorian helping out, trying to prevent that Aurora offense from getting off that first shot. Good possession time here for the Spartans, though, after that turnover by the Hawks. Now Oleschlager takes it up the middle, eludes a defender, takes it wide. And then that one's going to roll out of bounds, a throw in for Aurora. Katie Like. Like trying to find Bliffernick, knocked out by Liliana Schuth. Like will do it again on the throw. Knocked down by Perez. Taken away by Mosman. Mosman to Chismarek. Upfield to Ramos. Ramos with a head of steam. Ramos cuts and eludes a defender. Ramos still with it. Throws it into the box to Narvarte. And the battle, and Kane will fall on it. Nice rush there by the Hawks. They got that ball quickly towards the net. And Ramos with a great rush up that far sideline, feeding it inside. Narvarte able to get a piece of it. Now we're having a discussion here. Referee's talking with the goalkeeper. Courtney Neighbor, head coach for the Spartans. They're saying there was a foul. So she's beside herself in terms of a foul being called in that scenario. Now the referee coming over here. He blew the whistle. The play. We do have a yellow card issued for Coach Neighbor. So yellow card on the head coach for the Spartans on that foul call. Now, I'm not sure, because he blew the whistle to then come over and talk to Coach Neighbors and issue the card. And I guess they're going to cue it up again here on the kick. And now she's, again, the play went live after he blew the whistle and came over to talk to Coach Neighbors. And the players went into action thinking the whistle was blown and the play was saved. But now they're doing it again on the free kick here. So Coach Neighbors wasn't happy with the foul call to begin with. Now she's not happy with the redo of the kick. Shot blocked. So Aurora blocking that one. So Aurora coming out that one, blocking it twice. And the lead is still 1-0 for the Hawks. Spartans deficit still only one goal. So 2 cracks at it for Illinois Tech, unable to cash in. And let's see if the Spartans can gain some momentum from the save opportunities there, or the blocks that the Spartans defense provided on those 2 free kicks. Roy's looked a little better offensively here in this second half. Haven't put anything on net yet, but they've had more pressure inside the zone than they've really had in that first half. And now they're looking to kind of change their fortunes here and spend more time in the Hawks zone. Team in white will have a lot to say about that anyway. Spartans trying to get it up high to Dalia Perez. Velasco try to push it forward. The Hawks will move it upfield. Cross midfield is Chismarek. Feed too far out in front for Mosman, but she might track it down anyways. And then the ball knocked out of bounds by Like. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Mosman wants to get that ball back in a hurry. Here's Ramos. Ramos to Mosman. Back to Ramos, back to Mosman. Chismarek to Ramos. And the offsides called against Illinois Tech with 34-34 remaining in half number 2. In the circle, Hogan taken down. That'll be a foul on Mary Frampton. Now Sydney Wilcox will take the free kick for Aurora as Coach Neighbors directing the team for this set piece. Coons across field. Or that's Coons over there. That was Wilcox with the kick. That one goes over the back line. That'll be corner kick for Aurora. So this will be their first corner kick opportunity. And it'll be Dahlia Perez to take the kick. It's a good opportunity for the Spartans to square this match up at 1 apiece. Right foot kick from Perez goes into the box. That's knocked forward by Mosman, then thrown back. It's rolling towards the back line, kept in by the Spartans. And Mary Frampton knocks that ball upfield, gets it up higher as she was defending Hogan on that run there, I believe. Ball headed down to Mosman. Mosman to Ramos, and then the ball goes out of bounds on the far side. Another throw in for Katie Like. Like to Frampton. Frampton will just boot that one upfield. Goes off the back of the head of Wilcox, but then the Spartans get it back into Hawks territory. Here's Perez to Bliffernick. Bliffernick going up against Mosman. Over into that far corner goes Bliffernick. Knocked away by Mosman, or by Frampton. And Frampton sails that ball upfield. Here's Chismarek trying to split a couple defenders. Ball knocked out. And they're going to say there's arguing there. And it's going to be Aurora ball. It was originally called Illinois Tech ball. Aurora protested. They changed it. I think that was the right call, as I think it went off Mosman before it went out. Hogan dispossessed there by Schuth. And now Baltez. Baltez to Georgiorian. Tried back heel pass over to Narvarte. Spartans gain the ball back. Velasco to Perez. Taken back by Eva Narvarte. Now Ramos. Ramos to Mosman. To Eva Narvarte. Narvarte trying to run it around like. Out of bounds. That'll be another throw-in for the Spartans. A lot of more energy coming from that Aurora bench as well. Didn't hear a whole lot in that first half. Wasn't a whole lot going on, but that halftime speech and the instructions, the plan for the second half seems to be working out much better for the Spartans. Is they've had some zone time, and again, they continue to keep the Hawks at bay here, aside from that one goal from Mosman. That's been about it. We're going to get a foul. Looks like on Kayla Smith, so free kick coming for the Spartans. So again, more zone time for Aurora. Let's see if they can convert it to a shot attempt. That's something that they've Still been unable to do at this point. Long kick towards the box, headed up in the air by Frampton. Katie Like will track it down for the Spartans. And then finds Cornelissen. Now Perez. Too strong, as the intended recipient was Bliffernick. So now Liliana Schuth will take the throw. And she's looking for an option here. And she's going to get it over to Ramos. Ramos back to Schuth. Over to Frampton. Crossfield to Baltez. Baltez with some space in front of her. And now over to Jillian Olshager. Cross midfield goes Olshager. Cuts to the inside. Olshager. And then tried to feed that to the outside to Kayla Smith. It was knocked out of bounds. Throw in for Aurora. 28:56 to go here in the second half. 1-0 lead for the Hawks. Lone goal by Amelia Mosman in that first half, assisted by Hannah Ramos. It's the only tally so far in this match. Baltez at the bottom of the circle. Shifted over to Schuth on the far side and upfield off the foot of Katie Like. Now Chismarek trying to hold off a defender here. Narvarte had it. Goes up for it. Ball knocked down. Here's Mosman. Mosman tries to break free. Now Schuth. Schuth up high, Georgiorian. And gets it back over to Olshager. Eva Narvarte cross field, waiting for Kayla Smith. She gets there. Olshager inside to Chismarek. Chismarek bodied off the ball there by Dahlia Perez, and Perez steals. Baltez will head it back to Georgiorian. Crossfield over to Mosman. Mosman will head to the inside, some green in front of her, and then she'll take it to the outside. Spins back again to the outside. Tried to feed it inside to Ramos, but a good deflection there. I think either Like or Corneliuson got a foot on it, but the end result is it went over the back line, and it'll result in a corner kick for the Hawks. Now, normally on that corner, you're going to see Gabriela Baltez down there, but she's getting tended to by the training staff as she got a scrape. Kick from Georgiorian. That one's sailing, hanging up in there. Headed down by Frampton and covered up by Kane. So Mary Frampton almost deposited that one in the left corner. So no fear with Baltez not there. Frampton was in the vicinity as well, as either one of those. Usually good for the corner kick headers. Here's Mosman. Left footer, chip shot, save, Kane. Melina Kane having a whale of a game in net there. She is just knocking down just about everything in sight. Some are more difficult than others, but either way, she's been able to respond. And then when she hasn't made big saves, she's also rushed out and prevented scoring opportunities just by her tracking abilities, as now Ramos was looking to get on net. And that ball knocked out of bounds, throw in for the Hawks. So Kane, whether it's making the actual saves or rushing out to break up a rush by the Scarlet Hawks, she's been effective in net. So great game here by Melina Kane. Here's Mosman. Two defenders towards that back line, and that one's going to go off the foot of Bliffernick. This will be another corner kick as Georgiorian will trot over to the far corner, and this time both Frampton and Baltez will be in the vicinity there. Now you got to pay attention for both defenders on this corner. Yeah, Georgiorian got a lot of loft on that one. Another one, same thing here. And again, Baltez got on that one. That one sailed high over the right post, right corner. And that'll result in a goal kick for Aurora. And we got a stoppage here, the official. Get another shoe tie for Melina Kane. Yeah, Lucy Georgian with a couple nice corner kicks back-to-back here. Both resulted in headers. The first one, Frampton, was on frame. And the second one off Baltez, that one sailed high and wide. But still serving them up, lofting them up to where they need to be to give her players an opportunity to put it on frame. Chismarek inside to Mosman. Mosman circles, eludes a defender, sidesteps. Now Chismarek. Right foot shot, score! Katie Chismarek with the goal, and Hawks go up 2-0. Illinois Tech goal. Scored by number 21, Katie Chismarek. So Chismarek with the goal, and the Hawks go up 2-0. And for the Hawks, for a stretch here, this game was starting to feel like the game up at Concordia, Wisconsin, in which it ended in a 1-1 draw. And now Kayla Smith breaks free. Smith centering it up high to Ramos. Now over to Mosman. That one rolls off Mosman's foot over the back line. That'll result in a goal kick. But in that game, the Hawks just thoroughly outplayed the Falcons up in Mequon. But a second half goal by Concordia, Wisconsin. That game ended in a 1-1 draw. So Hawks definitely were upset after that match. They've won their next two matches after that. They defeated Dominican last Wednesday, another tough match, tough rival. And then Lakeland on Saturday. And now in this Aurora match, scoreless for a good stretch of the first half. And a 1-0 lead here through most of the second half until that goal by Chismarek. Give the Hawks a little breathing room here. And now with that 2-0 lead, that can feel fairly tough to overcome for the Spartans. The Hawks' possession time is still strong here in this second half, even though Aurora had done a little better job, at least in the early going this second half. The Hawks have stepped up their offensive possession here and now double their lead, 2-0 with 22:49 remaining here in the second half. Kick by the Spartans. Chismarek over to Narvarte. Narvarte free. Chip shot into the hands of Melina Kane. Eva Narvarte, she's put a lot of shots on net. She doesn't have as many goals as she'd probably like, but she's generating offense for sure. And when she does score, she knows how to celebrate. So Ollerschlager chipping it up forward. There's Ramos. Ramos trying to corral that one. She's able to stop it. And now Mosman. Mosman up high to Georgian. That's taken away by the Spartans. Now Bliffernick will break free. Bliffernick at the bottom of the circle, through the circle. Going to go wide. And chipping it in. That one went off of Baltez. Baltez is able to get the ball back. Good job by Gabby Baltez to break up that rush by the Spartans. And now Chismarek chasing it over on that near sideline. Katie Chismarek coming into the inside, breaking free. Quick burst by Chismarek, throwing it in to Ramos, goes wide. Chismarek doing a ton of work there. And then feeding into Ramos, and then it just went off Ramos and sailed past the right post. Now, Allie Murray coming in along with Kayla Thomas. Checking out is Hannah Ramos and Amelia Mosman for Illinois Tech. Lena Yonahara also getting ready to come in for the Hawks' next opportunity. Liliana Schuth knocks it down, recovered, however, by Barreto, and the Spartans taken away by Allie Murray. Allie Murray with a nice spin move. Tried to feed that one over to Smith, but that was taken away by the Spartans. And now here's Kayla Thomas. Thomas upfield, missing connection there with Murray. That one's going to go over to Schuth. Schuth with a nice move inside. Finds Georgiorian. Georgiorian. She'll take it wide. Over to the near side. Here's Olashager. Finding Chismarek. Chismarek to Murray. Allie Murray. And it rolls off her foot. And it's going to be brought upfield by Katie Like. Schuth gets it back for the Hawks. And Georgiorian. Bliffernick will push it upfield to Velasco. It'll be a throw-in for Aurora. We'll have more substitutions for the Hawks coming in at the next opportunity. Victoria Ucher will re-enter the game. And Joanne Porter will make her first appearance of today's match. Thomas will tap the ball down. Coming in for Aurora, or re-entering for Aurora, will be Addison Hogan. Liliana Schuth bringing it upfield, across the midfield stripe. Trying to get it over to Chismarek, but getting there for, the ball bounced back on the clear attempt. Chismarek in, centering to Narvarte. And then the shot goes high from Smith. Wow. Chismarek turned, fired the ball. It went off of Sydney Wilcox, but then it went backwards. I think it was Wilcox. It might have been Like, but either way, Chismarek was in all alone and then eventually able to get that ball towards the box. Kayla Smith got the shot off, but she knocked that one up high and wide. Missed opportunity for the Hawks, but good chance nonetheless. Here's Porter for Illinois Tech. Chipping it towards the box. There's Murray inside. And that one rolls just wide of that far post. Hawks putting on more pressure here. They want to get that next goal and just kind of make this a definitive 3-0 lead. 2-0 still pretty good here based on the possession time of the Hawks regardless, but 3-0 lead will probably feel better for the team in white if they're able to. Aurora just needs to generate something here, but they can't get the ball out of their end. Here's Ucher. That's Smith. Smith centering. Ball is loose. There's Ucher. Ucher with the left foot shot, and that one's blocked. Save made by Kane. This will be a corner kick for the Hawks as they'll go to the far corner, or the near corner for you. Kayla Smith will take the corner. Kick on the way. Tapping it up to Olashager. Olashager, left foot kick towards the box. Hauled in by Melina Kane. Yeah, again, this game is no reflection on Melina Kane whatsoever. She's had a heck of a game in net for the Spartans. But there's only so much she can do with the Hawks continuing to apply pressure as they are wont to do. The Scarlet Hawks' best defense is usually their offense and possession time. But then whenever the other team does get a chance, that back line for the Hawks and the goaltending usually will come up strong and thwart the opponent. As the Hawks, again, currently sitting with a 6-0-1 record in conference play. Here's Liliana Schuth across midfield. Finds Porter over to Kayla Thomas. Thomas, outside inside move. She's got a little real estate. Then feeds it inside, trying to make that to Ucher. Melina Kane saw that coming and came out to cover up. Down to 15:24 remaining in the second half. 2-0 Illinois Tech. Kane with the boot. That'll head into Hawks territory. There's Hogan in the vicinity, headed by Baltez, however. Now Allie Murray for the Hawks. Finds Schuth. Liliana Schuth. Feeding it ahead to Porter, and just too far out in front. That'll roll over the back line. Goal kick coming for Aurora. So Amelia Mosman and Katie Chismark, your two goal scorers today. Mosman in the first half, Chismark in the second half. And the Hawks hold on to that 2-0 lead. Sarah Thomas will throw it over to Mary Frampton. Frampton with the right foot up to Porter. Porter has the ball taken away. Velasco has it. And now knocked upfield by Carr. Sarah Thomas will play it for Illinois Tech. One of her few touches in this match. Frampton again with the boot. And Porter will head it down. Joanne Porter, and that one's knocked out. And what's the call? That's going to be Illinois Tech ball on the throw-in for Schuth. Here's Porter. Porter on the far sideline. Back up high to Schuth. Frampton feeding Kayla Thomas. Kayla Thomas has a little real estate in front of her, trying to feed it inside to Smith. And just goes forward, but then rolls into Kane. Now pressure being applied by Thomas on Like. Like able to throw it up high to the middle to Perez. And they'll change directions, go over to the near side with McKenna Coons. Oh, ball splits through. Hogan battling for it with Baltez. Baltez is able to ward her off. Then the Hawks go back on the attack. Ucher on that near side. Ball knocked out. And what's the call? We're going to get throw in for Illinois Tech. Back upfield they go. Oleschlager will knock it down. Punches it towards the box. That one's going to sail wide of the right post over the back line and out. Goal kick. Substitutions re-entering the game for the Spartans is Lauren Bliffernick and Cassie Garcia. Checking out will be Samantha Velasco and Larissa Barreto. Just under 12 minutes to go here in Stewart Field, at Stewart Field. 2-0 lead for Illinois Tech. Thomas battling with Like along that far sideline. And now here's Madison Hogan. Over to Bliffernick along the far sideline. Bliffernick chops it back to Like. Check that, that's Corneliuson. Now Allie Murray has it. Murray holding on to it, feeding it inside. Back up high to Murray. Murray, left footer. That one gets deflected and goes in. That one got deflected. Murray able to punch it in. The Hawks take a 3-0 lead. You got Murray with the goal, right? Yeah. Okay. Spartans inside the Hawks zone, centering attempt. That's cleared up field by Frampton. And the Hawks have a 3-0 lead. Illinois Tech goal scored by number 5, Ellie Murray. Substitutions for the Scarlet Hawks. We are going to have a change in net, as coming in for Sarah Thomas will be Katia Blatnick, in to replace Thomas with 10:44 remaining here in the second half. Also coming in is Carol Beltran, as she's replacing Jillian Oleschlager. So Blatnick in net for the Hawks. And Beltran replacing Oleschlager. There's Murray, who just had the goal for the Hawks to give them that 3-0 lead. Now Victoria Ucher, setting it up high to Liliana Schuth. Kayla Thomas. Porter, missing connection there. Where's the ball going to go? It's going to be goal kick for Aurora. As we hit the 10-minute mark, 10 minutes remaining in the second half, Illinois Tech with a 3-0 lead. Let's check in on that men's game out at Aurora. And they're all tied up 3-3 now, with 20 minutes remaining in that match. So a lot can happen at 20 minutes. They already have 6 goals between the two teams there in the first 70. Yonahara knocks that ball down, eludes a defender, gets the shot off, deflected, and that'll roll over to Katie Like. Like will see where that ball rolls, and it's going to be a throw-in for Illinois Tech. I saw the trainer run onto the field there. Wasn't sure. I didn't see anyone down. Anyway, throw in, and that one eludes Schuth, and that'll be a throw in now for Aurora. As we get more substitutions coming in, re-entering the game for the Spartans will be Samantha Velasco. Caitlin Walsh and Avery Seeley in for Illinois Tech, as well as Annika Torbenson and Kenzie Takuchi. Coming out, Allie Murray. Coming out, Joanne Porter. Coming out, Kayla Smith. And coming out, Jillian Oleschlager. So those are your 4 substitutions out for Illinois Tech. And then Velasco re-entered the game for Aurora with 8:39 remaining. Spartans trailing 3-0. Frampton will throw it up high to Ucher. Victoria Ucher. Off the foot of Kayla Thomas and out. Here's Thomas. Thomas heading towards that back line. Kane will come out and get there first, however, as we're down to 8 minutes remaining. Kick by Kane. That's going to be short of center. Torbenson will chip it up air. Knocked down by Bliffernick. Yonahara throws it through the circle. And now over to Frampton. Upfield, Victoria Ucher. Unable to get there first. Aurora will knock it back upfield. And Frampton will roll it to Blotnick. Katia Blotnick in that for the Hawks. Over to Frampton. Pressure being applied by Bliffernick. Frampton eludes. Now Torbenson to Thomas. Back inside. Caitlin Walsh battling there. And Kane will come out and meet it. As doing a good job warding off Caitlin Walsh was number 16, Kira Carr. And now she's come up a little lame. She looks gassed over there. There's Walsh again. Walsh finding Kayla Thomas. Thomas tries to feed it through the middle. Now Seeley gets it back to Ucher. Over on that far side, near side, Kenzie Takuchi taken away by the Spartans. The ball thrown over to Blotnick. Blotnick to Frampton. Frampton has the ball knocked away by Bliffernick. Able to keep it in? No, they're going to say it went out, and that's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Substitutions for Illinois Tech. Lucy Van Veldhuizen coming into the game, along with Kayla O'Neill. Lucy Van Veldhuizen making her first appearance in a while. Kayla O'Neill. Mary Frampton heading out, as is Kayla Thomas. It's good to see the senior Van Veldhuizen back out on the pitch. Takuchi taps that one over to Beltran, who'll take it through the circle, and now finds Yonahara. Yonahara will go wide over to the far side, trying to reach Van Veldhuizen, knocked out of bounds by Katie Like. Torbenson with the throw. Finds Yonahara. Yonahara to Avery Seeley. Punch back upfield by the Spartans. Here's Beltran. Into the circle off of Yonahara. Taken by Velasco and the Spartans. Upfield, Corneliuson finds Bliffernick. And it's going to be a foul on Torbenson as she pushed off on Bliffernick. Free kick coming for the Spartans with 5:22 remaining here in the match. 3-0 Illinois Tech. On goals by Mosman, Chesmarek, and Murray. Those are your three scores for the Scarlet Hawks. Kick on the way, body down. Now Torbenson. Upfield, that's going to be intercepted by the Spartans. But Yonahara is there first for Illinois Tech. Through the circle to Caitlin Walsh, trying to make that over to Seeley. Spartans will bring it back. Lena Yonahara. Seeley. Avery Seeley. Back to the circle to Yonahara, too far out. Madison Hogan will take it. She's going to take it wide over on that near side, Hogan. She's got Beltran to beat as well. Hogan will throw it towards the box. Blotnick will come out. Ball is loose. Kick forward by Torbenson. Check that. That was Kayla O'Neill. And then we get a whistle. And we get an offsides against Aurora. Getting ready to check in for the Scarlet Hawks will be Osmi Siopsis. So dangerous opportunity there. The Blotnick wasn't able to cover that one up, but the Hawks were able to get that ball cleared. Kayla O'Neill. Also looking to come in for the Hawks will be Maddie Pelfrey and Kate Domian. So we're down to 3:30 remaining here in the match. Punched upfield, headed forward by Van Veldhuizen. And now Beltran will corral the ball. Tried to get it wide. Spartans keep it in. That's Dahlia Perez. Chip toward the box. That one's going to go wide and over the back line. That'll result in a goal kick for Illinois Tech. So Kate Domian, Maddie Pelfrey, and Yasmi Siopsis coming in for the Skylar Hawks. Coming out, Victoria Ucher, Lena Yonahara, and Caitlin Walsh. Clock stopped here. Punched upfield. There's Avery Seeley. Seeley battling there with Velasco. Now the ball rolls to Baltez. Baltez taken down. That'll be a foul on Aurora. As Gabby fell hard there. She's being helped to her feet by O'Neill. Her back's a little sore from that fall. She might be the next one to go. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, she's coming up limping a little there. They may want to get someone in place for Gabby there. Here's Beltran. Beltran. That near corner, still battling. And the ball knocked up by Aurora. Now Baltez heading over there. Able to kick it back in play into Aurora zone. So not so injured as we were led to believe. I'm sure she was shaken up, but the adrenaline kicks in and the soccer player in her kicks in. Kick by the Spartans. Headed down and pushed forward by Siopsis and Illinois Tech. Now Katie Like. Katie Like along the far sideline. Battle there with Torbenson. Torbenson battling with Bliffernick. And what do we get here? Oh, it's going to be an Illinois Tech throw. Down to 105. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute. Torbenson with the throw. That's headed forward. Here's Kate Domian feeding it inside, trying to get it over to Seeley. Siopsis in the circle. And then that pass intended for Takuchi. Takuchi's able to recover on that near sideline. And she'll just drop that one back over to Baltez. Baltez boots it into Aurora territory. That gets by Domian. Knocked down by Seeley. And then Van Velhuizen going for it, but being met there by Melina Kane. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final score, Illinois Tech 3, Aurora 0. Illinois Tech women's soccer will be back on the road. They'll head up to St. Norbert this Saturday. They have a 7 o'clock match against the Green Knights. Thank you for coming out to tonight's match. Please walk or drive home safely. So that'll do it from Stewart Field, folks. Thanks for tuning in on the Skylar Hawks Broadcast Network. Again, your final score, Illinois Tech 3, Aurora 0. You've been watching Illinois Tech Women's Soccer on the Skylar Hawks Broadcast Network.